And welcome to part 5 of A Look into the Flash by Mark Waid, Book 1. This time we're going through issues 67 through 68, The Return of Abracadabra. And this story starts in Keystone City, where we've got Abracadabra returning from beyond the grave through a guy's top hat while the Flash is at a charity basketball game. It starts out nice enough, minus the halftime show from a magician who is using the name Abracadabra, much to the Flash's dismay. However, it isn't long after the show started that the real Abracadabra returns, wanting to kill everyone in the stadium, which Flash tosses around the idea of killing him, but then a mysterious woman appears and tries shooting the villain, with the Flash saving him. It's after he finds that she's from Abracadabra's time and is trying to return him to said time. The Flash agrees to help, which ends up getting him transported to the future as well, where he discovers a world completely devoid of free thought, learning that Abracadabra is seen as a hero in his time, and everyone is controlled by the Chrono Arch. During the public execution of Abracadabra, the Flash makes a choice to intervene while questioning the moral implications of whether it's his place or not to do so, knowing overthrowing Chrono Arch will cause anarchy. Nevertheless, he does so with his Wally West wittiness, and then convinces the Time Cop to send him and Abracadabra back to his time in order to prevent Abracadabra from becoming their new leader, where Abracadabra ends up in jail, begging for any audience he can get. And over the course of issues 67 and 68, I actually thought it was an interesting look into Abracadabra as a character. To think that in his time he's looked up to, he's modeled after, and then the pain that follows of getting his victory snatched away by the Flash, I almost felt kind of bad for him. Because it's interesting to think of Abracadabra as a man who's out of time. He's not welcomed in his own time because of how he is, and he's not really welcomed in the modern time either because of how he is. And then looking at the future where he's from, it's quite interesting that their way of generally dealing with people like Abracadabra is to find a place in the time stream where they would be a better fit according to their records. And at the time of this story, being in the present, they, in their records, have it that this era is just full of anarchy and chaos, thinking that Abracadabra would just be welcomed in by everybody. Other than Abracadabra becoming a supervillain using future tech to pull off, magic tricks. Makes me wonder what other villains or free thinkers they place throughout time. Also, to a degree, I think this would have been a very interesting Booster Gold team-up story for the Flash. I also really liked the questioning of the moral implications of the Flash getting involved. Because even though he ultimately decides, okay, yes, it's his right to get involved to free these people, it's quite interesting to think about what's going to happen to this society that's gone, possibly centuries without any free thought. I mean, we did get to see a little of it because as soon as Wally took out, the reactor and stuff that was basically keeping everybody in line, it was chaos off the bat. One of the questions comes forth, how long will chaos reign before a new world order is established? And thinking about that, during this time of revolution, the Flash most likely caused the deaths of hundreds, if not thousands of people. Which I guess is the common theme going on here. Because you have 2 centuries of time, essentially intruding on one another. When it comes to Abracadabra's time, what gives them the right to displace all these people throughout time, changing history in the process? And then you start to think about the time travel aspects of, was it them displacing all these delinquents throughout time that eventually caused them to want to go pick up Abracadabra, which then prompted the Flash to go through the time stream as well, which then ultimately led to their societal downfall. And this is definitely an element of the story I would like to see pop up again, with maybe Wally heading back to that time and just to kind of see, in a few years if they even themselves out, or if it's just this, barren dystopian wasteland. Well, that concludes part 5 of A Look into the Flash by Mark Waid, and I hope you'll join me for part 6, which is the final part in this little video series where we look at the Flash Annual number 5. So The Flash, issue 67-68, what did you think about this story? I would love to hear your thoughts. please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share it with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering what to watch next, consider one of these 2 videos, and don't forget to check out the other videos in this Look Into the Flash by Mark Waid Book 1, as well as checking out the playlist for The Flash Volume 5. Alright, take care, have a great day, and as always, stay geeky.